I had already been teaching yoga for probably 10 or 11 years when I went to massage school. And I know yoga, it's my thing, right? And going to massage school increased my understanding of the body and how it works and how the nervous system interacts with the body and how the breath affects the nervous system and affects the body, how movement and touch impact people's experiences so much that my yoga teacher went from here to like here after going to the school, even though I had the most beautiful yoga education and a decade of experience. And I thought I was already at a plateau. I thought I was just already there. And learning all that just sent me beyond my expectations of what I could understand and convey to other people. And it's not so much knowing that the name of this muscle is this, or it works like this, or this is how you access it, but as a whole, understanding how the body works and, again, how it interacts with the nervous system. It expanded my understanding so that I could help people understand themselves more. And that has been pivotal in increasing my confidence of what I have to offer my students and what I have to offer the world. As far as what the school taught me that has impacted me even today with what I'm doing, again, I feel leaps and bounds beyond where I was when I had just gone to yoga school. But the business classes at the school prepared me to be a business owner. Like, they prepared me to understand how to run a business and how to be professional. One of the first business classes that I went to, the teacher went to the board and wrote, "These are your expenses, this is how much you put aside for taxes, this is how much you make." And I raised my hand and I said, "Oh, you made a mistake." And he said, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "There's money left over." And he said, "No, that's how it works. There's money left over." And it blew my mind. It was a sea change. It was a consciousness shift that there could be money left over after how I was raised. Unbelievable. And I remember driving home that day, just feeling my mind expand and feeling myself and just step into this new way of thinking about how the world could work. Although we don't offer massage specifically at the studio, all of those components are here making this place what it is. Me as a yoga teacher, opening my own yoga studio just felt like the zenith of, it was my goal, it was what I wanted to do with my life. So I had no idea it would be this scope or this, I had no idea that I would open a successful yoga studio, but that was the goal, right? And that was the intention that I set forth in my mind. I love running my own business and being able to work my own hours, because I've always wanted a job where I can just pick up my kids after school. I don't have to send them to after school. I get to hang out with them in the morning, which is like some of the sweetest time to hang out with your kids. While they're in school, I teach and work. They come home and we really connect when I pick them up. We really connect. We'll go for a swim. I'll help them with their homework. We'll eat a healthy snack. I love what I do. I love what I do. I get to be creative. I get to plug into community. I get to teach, which is what I've done for pretty much most of my life now. I get to connect with all these great people and I get to help people. Having a team is important. Every person that I own the studio with contributes in their own unique and irreplaceable way. What attracted me to the massage school was knowing that it was one of the most top-rated schools in the world, and I really want to be the best at what I do. So when I went to yoga school, I made sure that I went to an ashram and that I studied with monks and swamis, and I got this very pure traditional education. When I put myself through college, I made sure that I got into UF so that I could go to an amazing school and have an amazing experience. If I was going to pay money to do something, I wanted it to be a good investment. I wanted it to be worth the time and effort and cost to do it. And being in Gainesville and having that school right in my backyard kind of made the decision for me. I always just felt very at home there, and I felt that there was this current of magic that was very real there, and I wanted to learn from those people, and I knew that that was a direction that I wanted to take in my life. I chose to go there because I believed it was part of my path, to sound not too cheesy, but it felt like the next step for me. I had no idea what I would take away from that and how much it would impact my life. I really had no idea. I learned a lot more than massage from the massage school, for sure. I've always been a sensitive person, and I feel like going to massage school helped me hone that sensitivity in a way that's constructive. So instead of being sensitive to everything around me, I was able to focus on being sensitive to things that I needed to plug into. Rather than reacting to everything in my world, I felt more comfortable to just pay attention and focus on things that I felt like mattered. And that was a shift that occurred between the mindfulness aspects that are involved in your education at this school, but also just receiving body work every day, and not just receiving body work from people who are professionals, but receiving body work from people who are learning to do the work and knowing how to give feedback to them in a gentle way, and being able to communicate what was effective or helpful or what could change. So I feel like that helped me communicate in a new and different way, and it helped me identify more closely what my own needs were.